So, hi there everybody, great to be with you again, yay! Next stream is on Thursday, which will be the 21st of December, that's 3:45 UK time. That will be a sentence transformation class. So, hi there to Yuri, to Patricia, to Bogdan, to Katie, to Renyard, to Vitali, to Manisco, and I think Douglas as well, who was there earlier maybe. Okay, Yuri. She's being on holiday. That ing is not possible. Yeah, she's being on holiday. No, she is on holiday. You can't be she's being on holiday. Or she has been on holiday. She went and came back. But no, she is on holiday only, Yuri. So, if you remember, we were doing this article about contamination and which produced more contamination or different things, plastic or paper straws. Hi there to Katia and hi to Ronan. Lovely to have you both here with us. Of course it's too long. And here goes. And Oksana, lovely to see you as well, Oksana. Okay, so once in landfills, there's a video I'm going to make. Landfill is a big hole in the ground where you throw the rubbish and then bury it. Plastics degrade slowly, breaking down to become microplastics that can dribble, leach, strain, gush, sweat out into the wider environment, or even produce potentially harmful chemical contamination. So, here. Okay, so we got some answers here. Elevate. No, elevate, Yuri, means to go up. Hi, Okabai. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. So great to have you. And so we've got good answers from Vitali and Oksana, and from Bogdan. Elevate isn't part of the answers. Renyard goes leach or leak. MJZ, good to have you, goes leach. Patricia goes leach. Ollie, hi Ollie, goes for gush. Katia goes for dribble. Okay, so let's look at these words then. I guess dribble out might work, but it's not. There's a much better word to dribble. Dribble is what a baby does. Dribble is where this water comes down the edge of your mouth. Yeah, something down the edge of your mouth is to dribble. Yeah, and I guess it could dribble out to come out in drops, but strain out, to strain is to put a strainer and to strain something out. Hi Adam Omar, lovely to have you. To gush is to flow, but a gush is a huge flow, is a big flow. It comes pouring out in huge amounts, and gush clearly is not the right answer. Yeah, I broke the tap and the water came gushing out. Okay, I broke the pipe. And then sweat is what we do. No, the best answer here is leach. Okay, so to leach is to move slowly through different things, to come out in a very slow way. Yeah, to leach out. Very often you leach out minerals. You'll see, maybe if you look, you see a wall and it's got this white fur on the surface. These are minerals that have leached out. Leach is talking about movement through the soil, movement of pollutants through the earth. Trickle into. Yeah, is more like dribble, but leach, very definitely. To leach out into the environment. Okay, and let's try the next one. You can dribble in basketball as well, yes. To trickle into, as Patricia says. Okay, so... but the amount of greenhouse gases produced by plastic straws is partially enough, half, fractionally, relatively low. This one's an easy one. Blood gushing from a wound, blood gushing from an artery. Yeah. Oh, okay, to gush out, to spurt. Gush is like a spray. Yeah. Okay, so partially low? No, definitely not. Low enough. Enough would have to go over. Half low? No. Fractionally low? No. So this looks pretty good. We've got relatively low from Vitali, from Bogdan, from Oksana, from MJZ, from Ronan, from Katya, from Yuri, and from Patricia. This looks pretty good. Relatively low. That was an easy one. Okay, let's try the next. This is a really good statistic, this next one. This isn't going to fit. So, copy. Olney, relatively. Well done, Olney. And copy and paste. A hole in the ground. What do we call a hole in a hull of a ship from water gushes into compartments? Boof. A breach. A hole. I can't think of a good word for it, Renyard. I think I would probably call it just a hole. Yeah? There's a hole in the ship. Thank you, Katya. Okay. Water gushes into compartments. It's a hole in the ship. Somebody will probably think of a better example, Renyard. I'm sorry, it doesn't come to mind. Okay. Avoiding one car trip, totaling, amounting, counting, summing 72.4 kilometers is the emissions equivalent of giving up plastic water bottles for 4 years, says Miller, who did these calculations using the US EPA waste reduction model. Hi Diwash. So, totaling for Vitali, totaling for Bogdan, totaling for MJZ, totaling for Katya, totaling for Renyard, totaling for Oksana. So, amounting to amount to, one car trip amounting to, yes. Counting, no counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Summing. No, you sum various different numbers. You need to sum 4, 7, and 9. And totaling from Katya, Patricia, and Ronan as well. Yeah, totaling. Coming to a total of. That's definitely the answer. So, here we go. And this isn't going to fit, is it? Or is it? Hair. About it. Totaling 1L or 2. It gives me real problems. Okay, thank you. Yeah, let's have some likes. Ronan's completely right. Okay, so most of us would be very agitated, nervous, jumpy, edgy, concerned if we were throwing away 6 pounds of plastic every day. But burning 1 gallon of gas is something we do without thinking about. So, okay, yeah, let's see. This thing you're putting there, Vitali, 1L in American, 2L's in British, is is something I find incredibly difficult. So most of us would be very... So if I put agitated, if somebody's agitated, they're really, really worried. I'm agitated because I can't find my mobile phone. I'm agitated because there's some people who are going to beat me up. No, agitated. Yeah, running around, jumping around. Not right. Nervous. You're nervous. You're nervous before an exam. You're nervous waiting for your exam results. If you're jumpy, you're on edge. Jumpy and edgy are the same thing. If you're jumpy, you jump at the smallest noise. So if somebody's edgy or jumpy, they're very nervous. They're worried. Whereas concerned would fit perfectly, because you're worried about it, but it's not affecting you terribly badly. I'm concerned about this. Yeah, it's something that it would be better if it were different. So we have concerned for Vitaly, for MJZ, concerned for Bogdan and Katya, concerned for Patricia and Oksana and Ronan and Renyard. Sink-hearted. Sink-hearted. Doesn't work, Yuri. Sink-hearted. No. Travelling, equaling. Yes. And if you want to keep, remain, stay, preserve using straws, or need to due to a disability, Nunez suggests opting for reusable non-plastic straws. Edgy. If you're edgy, Manisco is the same as you're jumpy. If you're edgy about something, he's very edgy about the situation. He jumps at the slightest noise. Okay, so if you're edgy, you're jumpy, you're nervous. You're very nervous about it. Yeah. Concerned is a kind of non-committal word. Concerned is much more non-committal. I think you're absolutely right, Patricia. Yeah, you're concerned about it. Yes. Well, this isn't as it should be. Whereas the others, you're really, really worried because maybe something bad is actually going to happen to you. So concerned. Yes, I'm concerned about. Okay, edgy could also mean trendy. Yes, Yuri, it could. You're on the edge of design. Yeah, but he's very edgy about this situation. He's very edgy that his wife's going to find out about his affair. Yeah, he's edgy because he thinks he's going to be sacked. Yeah. Okay, so if you want to keep using, looks pretty good to me. To remain is to continue staying in a place. Yeah, remain talks about physical presence. So does stay. Yeah, to stay using, but no, to stay in a place. He stayed there for an extra day. To preserve talks about not being destroyed. So to keep using. Okay, and we've got keep from Vitaly, from Bogdan, from Renyard. We've got keep for MJZ and Oksana and Yuri. We've got keep from Katya. Hi, Pooja. So edgy, cutting edge. So, cutting edge. Okay, to stay. No, stay is talking about your physical presence. I want to stay here for another hour. Stay is something that can move. Yeah. The dog stayed outside all night. Okay, so to stay is to continue in a place. Whereas keep is continue doing something. If you want to continue with, yes, Hilal. If you want to continue with straws. So, keep for Pooja and keep for Patricia as well. Concerned is polite for saying, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I love it, Patricia. That's very good. Yeah, exactly. You're concerned. Well, it's a problem, but I'm not going to beat myself up about it. With all of the others, you were beating yourself up about it. It's a great definition. Huh. Nor will I do anything about it. I love it. You're absolutely right, Oksana. I love this idea. Concern is a very polite word to say I'm not going to beat myself up about it, nor will I do anything about it. I love it. Thank you, Patricia and Oksana. It's very good. Okay. Metal and glass straws are much safer and hold up to bear, wear, shear, despair and tear longer than plastic, but even these have their problems. Metal and glass straws are much safer and hold up to bear and tear, wear and tear, shear and tear, despair and tear longer than plastic, but even these have their problems. Okay, this is a great collocation. This is a collocation that is commonly used. So bear and tear. No, you can bear the weight of something. Notice this is to tear, as in to tear a piece of paper. Yeah. Wear and tear. Sounds pretty good to me. Shear. A shear force is a force that pushes on the side of something, and despair is where you feel really, really bad. You feel depressed because nothing's going to work. Yeah. Okay, if the wife finds out. Yes, concern in diplomatic and political parlance. Hi Revo, lovely to have you. So we've got wear and tear for Bogdan, for Vitali. We've got wear and tear for Katya and MJZ and Oksana and Pooja. We got wear and tear for Hilal, wear and tear for Revo and Patricia and Ronan and Renyard. Absolutely. Wear and tear. This is something that you will find often in a legal contract. Wear and tear, yes, I would give wear and tear, I think probably a 6, maybe 6.5 in formality. A guarantee, if you get a guarantee for when you buy something, normally the guarantee says this does not include wear and tear. Hi Nathaniel, shear, no, shear is two forces acting in different directions, one force going down, one force going up, and that is shear. Forces going in different directions. Wear and tear, wear and tear. And here we go with the next one. According to one assessment, a glass straw is... Concern means worried. Yeah. Okay. According to one assessment, a glass straw is in charge for, guilty for, bound for, cause for, responsible for 44 times as many greenhouse gas emissions compared to a plastic one, while stainless steel straws emit 148 times as much. Ooh. Or in a warranty, absolutely. So, this looks interesting. We've binomials. Okay, that's mathematics. Okay, so we've got guilty from Vitali, we've got guilty from Katya, we've got guilty from Bogdan, we've got responsible for Katya, responsible for Patricia, responsible for MJZ. Bogdan's now thinking about responsible. Responsible for from Rainyard. Yeah, and Vitali says I stand corrected. Pooja goes guilty. Liable for, I like that word liable, Bogdan. Cause. So is the cause of. So, Nathaniel, it would be the cause of. Responsible for Ronan, responsible for Revo, in charge for Manisco. Wear and tear is a binomial pair. I would call these a rhyming pair. Yeah, but yes, a binomial pair. I call them rhyming pairs. The wife says she's not concerned because she's having an affair too. Okay, so in charge, firstly, in charge of. But in charge of, a person is in charge of a project. The officer is in charge of his troops. Guilty of. Yes, that's the point. Guilty asks of as its preposition. Guilty of. Guilty for. I think you probably could say guilty for, and I'm not going to push it to say it's wrong, but responsible for is much better. Bound is going in the directional. Bound, tied, is bound for. No, is the cause of. Yeah, is the cause of. Is responsible for. It's definitely responsible for. Yeah, is responsible for 44 times. Okay. Bamboo straws are better, but still make, provide, produce, raise 27 times as much carbon dioxide than plastic. I had to read this a lot of times. Okay, so bamboo straws are better, but still make, provide, produce, raise 27 times as much carbon dioxide than plastic. On 7 counts. 7 counts. No A. Okay, so we've got produce for Bogdan, Oksana, Renyard, Vitali, Pooja. Produce for MJZ. Produce for Ronan. For Revo. Produce for Hilal, definitely. Produce, emit, says Patricia as well. Produce, yes, Nathaniel. That's good, well done. And generate, that would work definitely. Provide. No, to provide, Pooja, is to give somebody something they want. So, the electricity company provide me with electricity. No, you provide somebody with something is giving them what they want. Yeah, you're providing something with something that they actually want. Okay. Make. But make has the idea of construct, Yuri. I make lunch. I make pancakes. So no, it's produce. You raise money. So you raise money for something. Now, one thing that I had a problem with this is this than. Yeah, because I read this and I read it a lot of times. Bamboo straws are better but still produce 27 times as much carbon dioxide, I would say, as plastic. Okay, 27 times as much carbon dioxide as. And then I looked this up because I wasn't sure. And you can do it like this: 27 times as much than. This than is possible, but for me it's much easier to put as. So it's not wrong, but it made me do a double take. So let's try the next one. That's plus. Nope, sorry, that's not the right one. So bear with me. You can use as well, Oksana. You can use as. It feels really strange to me, that than, but it is possible. That's this is the answer. What they're saying is the plastic ones are better, or it's not as clear. So another study in South Africa found that you would need to use a glass straw 23 to 39 times and a stainless steel straw 37 to 63 times to frustrate, neutralize, crush, defeat, foil, impede the environmental impact they create when they're made and sold. So Bogdan goes alleviates. It said than to magnify the comparison. Yes, I would agree with you there, Nathaniel. Okay, so Bogdan says alleviate, and I like that, to alleviate the impact. I think it works. Okay, so to frustrate, neutralize, crush, defeat, foil, or impede. Mitigate, says Vitali, which is a good word as well. If they include more, then you can use than. Yes, and that's the point. Here. Frustrate, neutralize, defeat, foil, impede can all work. Yes, Hilal, but the question is, which is the best? To cushion the environmental impact. Cushion works. You need an H there, Yuri, but it works as well. To undo the impact. To undo means to reverse it. I'm not sure undo works, because undo is it's like sucking back the carbon dioxide, so probably not. So let's see. Neutralize. We've had neutralize from Oksana, from Bogdan, from Renyard. Neutralize from Pooja, and Hilal's gone for all sorts. Neutralize for Patricia. To offset. To offset. Okay. You frustrate somebody who's angry. You frustrate somebody's plans. So he frustrated my plan to rule the world. Neutralize clearly is the correct answer. To crush is to flatten. No. To defeat the environmental impact. But you're not fighting against it. To foil, you foil somebody's plan. Foil is like frustrate. And to impede means to slow down. So it impeded me. Okay, so notice MJZ. Neutralize, British spelling. Neutralize, American spelling. They're both good, MJZ. To act as a buffer too. Neutralize, says Revo. To minimize. But they're talking about to make the two things equal. And I would probably prefer the word equalize. Silver foil hat. I'll put my silver foil hat on, Yuri. To minimize would be to reduce to a minimum. I like Ronan's offset. Offset's a really good word. Yeah, it's much better than the original. Foil is a term from fencing, yes, a word for a sword, but you foil a plan. Is what cushions. To cushion is to reduce the impact, to make it softer. Yeah, but they're talking about equalizing the two, to compensate. Yes, compensate's a good word, MJZ. Yeah, but to foil a plan, I foiled his plan to rule the world. Okay, so yes, I like compensate a lot. To counteract is like the undo, and we're not undoing these things. That's the problem. But both the glass straw, the steel straw, and the plastic straw, they're all bad. They're all bad. So thwart, foil, yes, Patricia, that's it. To make up for, again that's compensation. Yeah. To make up for, I think probably make up for would probably work. So come on, let's do one more. To render ineffective, but it's not rendering it ineffective, it's saying that they're equals, and that's why I like MJZ's compensate. Fortunately, a well-made reusable straw will work wholly, exactly, correctly, perfectly well for hundreds of reuses. So it will work wholly well, exactly well, correctly well, perfectly well. This is a common collocation. Wholly well. I was thinking about completely well, and completely well might just. Exactly well. No. Correctly will work correctly. Yeah, but no. Okay, so we've got perfectly for Vitali, perfectly for Bogdan, perfectly for MJZ, perfectly for Renyard, perfectly for Oksana and Pooja, and Revo and Nathaniel. He's doing you a service if he foils my plan to rule the world. So, as you said, perfectly well. Yeah, perfectly well. This collocates very nicely. So, perfectly well for Patricia. Precisely well. Without the well, Yuri, if it works precisely, but perfectly well. Precisely well? No. I think the only one that collocates with well there is perfectly well. So here we go. The last one for today. Another major, besides addition, profit plus, the researchers noted, however, was that reusable straws don't often end up in the ocean. Another major, besides addition, profit plus, the researchers noted, however, was that reusable straws don't often end up in the ocean. Okay, so another major, Pooja's gone for besides, Oksana's gone for profit. Vitali's gone for plus. I love it. 3 different answers. Bogdan's gone for plus. Splendidly well. Splendidly well would work, Patricia. But I think I like splendidly well. Renyard's gone for plus. Wholly, utterly, totally, completely, wholly, wholly finished. Yes, you can, Revo. Yes, you can, and I understand why you're asking this question. Wholly collocates with extreme adjectives and adverbs, and that makes it very useful for you, Revo, yes. MJZ goes besides, Ronan goes for plus, Nathaniel goes for plus, Patricia goes for plus. Another major point, yes, Yuri. Manisko goes for plus, and Katia goes for plus. So, another major profit. Profit talks about money. It's the word would be a benefit. Yeah, a benefit, yes, but not a profit. Profit talks about money. Benefit talks about... Splendid is very British. Profit talks about money. Splendid is splendidly British. another major addition, but an addition, you're adding something to things. No, no, no. A major besides. But besides is not a noun, a besides. But another major plus. A plus, very definitely. We use this quite often. This is a plus. So, thank you all for coming. It's been brilliant having you all. We're going to stop there. So, a feather in your cap. Another feather in their cap. I guess it works. So, thank you all for coming. So, let's see. Next stream is on Thursday, which is the 21st of December at 3:45 p.m. UK time. There we go. Okay, another major plus, advantage, another pro, without the S for Yuri, another pro. The last answer. Okay, another major plus. A plus is something that you have that is good. So this product is very profitable, but it has other pluses. Plus here is meaning as a benefit. A benefit is something good. So is something on the positive side. So the reusable straws, an added benefit, an added extra, an added good thing is a plus, and that is the idea. So thank you very much. A minus, yes, you can say a minus. Yeah, he's a really nice chap. And his German is very good, so that's a plus. But his English is rather bad, so that's a minus, Yuri. Yes. No, plus here is as a noun. Okay, is it inducing a clause? A plus. This is adding extra information in commas. MJ said. So this is a plus. It's a plus that it works underwater. Something like 270. Let me check on the score for you, Ronan. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, 309. So score is 309, Ronan. Okay, so thank you all for coming. Thank you, Ronan and Yuri and who else? And Patricia and Oksana and MJZ and Renyard and Manisco and Ronan and MJZ and Bogdan and Oksana, and thank you Pooja, and thank you Katia, and thank you Nathaniel, and thank you Manisco, thank you Ronan and Revo and Bogdan and Pooja and anybody else that I've forgotten. And thank you Ronan as well, and Hilal. Thank you Hilal. It's been great having you all. So thank you Revo. It's been a pleasure. I hope